Good evening, beautiful, melanated, original, whatever you respectfully call yourself, people. It's your girl, Straight No Chaser with the Queen, here at the throne, Straight No Chaser with the Queen. So, y'all come in here, and as you can see, the title, let's talk about this stimulus. I've heard, I didn't even really pay attention, but I see America is doing what America does, deflecting us, paying for the foreign aid, and I excuse me, I told y'all I'm still in the midst of moving. Something came up and I had got delayed. So I was like, I have not been on here in a while, so I need to get on here. And when I get my other spot, like I said, I'll have a set schedule. But look, America is giving away billions of dollars again in this package. Once again, they're robbing us. They're robbing us. And then we have let me see if I can get this lighting. Then we have people believing that it's okay to give Americans $600. Good evening. Hey, hi, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Annette. Lindsay. Hi, godson. Look, you see that they're robbing us? I had to jump on here. I told y'all I'm still in the midst of moving, and I should be in there by the first of the month. But let me tell you, I'm going to read you some of this. Isn't it ridiculous that, hi, Pride Bentley. Hey, beautiful melanated people. I miss y'all people. I have been doing a lot. I've been studying. Hey, I monetize now. I have super chat. I have all this little stuff that I have to learn to use. But let me tell you, the crazy thing is that we're not getting the money. We're not getting the money. Do you know that I'm gonna read you where some of this money is going. Why they thought that, look at it. They're giving everybody $600. That's just to keep some of the rich people from rebellion. You know, they don't need the $600. So it doesn't matter. This is how America doesn't care about us. They giving us $600 and they're giving billions to other countries. Where's this billions of dollars that they claim that they stole $4 trillion from us before? Remember, they just approved the stimulus check for 2000. I haven't heard that. Thank you. I haven't heard that they approved it. Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna have a bigger space. I've been in my apartment. I haven't heard that. My husband here. I've been reading, and I made sure I read before I came up here, and I was looking at where this broke down. And honey, I haven't not seen. Yeah, no, but even 2000, baby, they're giving millions away to other countries. LeVar Price said with the LeVar Price said that he's gonna get the link. Let me see. I don't know if that's a fake leak or not. Well, that didn't work. But look, let me tell you what billions are going. Yes, the House approved. Someone said yes, the House approved, but not the city. So it's nothing but that's right. So we have to understand the government. Long as Mitch McConnell and all them are sitting in that seat, it doesn't matter who's president, who's in the House. They're blocking it because the Senate has the power. But let me tell you, everybody should be mad. Even y'all trolls that come in here, white, Billy, Becky, even y'all should be mad because classism and racism is what destroys America. They have the racist people attacking us. Then they have thank you. It's just, well, honey, something need to be done. Then they have other people attacking other people because of the money, because our classism, whether you're poor, there's no longer a middle class. So basically, they have us all working. They're giving trillions of dollars away. Remember the first stimulus? All of a sudden, they say all these corporations robbed us, but yet they can trace back who's selling drugs and put me and you in prison, white and black, poor whites and middle class whites. And then all us black people, they lump us all in together. So when they're giving out, they have us working. They're giving away all these billions of dollars that come from me and your tax dollars. People, they wouldn't have America without none of us. But the corporations keep classism and racism going. They get the racists to discriminate us so that they can keep a lower class, the underbelly, which is us, the melanated people. They keep us low. So you have those people who are sitting in office that are racist and got these racist ideology because they allow false history and things like that to go forward. So they keep this Proud Boy mentality and all this going. So they keep racism going so they can keep us at the lower class. That's the slave masters now. They keep they do it subconsciously. They keep a race of America back. Then you got all of classism that everybody falls under, white, black, Chinese, that gives the illusion that there's no racism. And then it's based on your money. And then they give white people get bombed out jobs. They poor too. But at the end of the day, the predominantly people who are ruling everything is white. So they give us classism and racism is killing Americans, because at the end of the day, we're all Americans and we're all working. We're all trying to build businesses. We all love our families. We're all trying to do something. The only people who are benefiting from racism and classism is the big banks and the corporations. We are taking care of America while America is taking care of other countries. $600 is an insult. How can they lump everybody who's making $75,000 a year? You still get $600. And if you're making $1,000 a year, you still get $600. Isn't this stupid? Isn't that something to think about? Like, share, subscribe. Then they're arguing, saying they had to sign the bill. They're arguing about giving us the money that me and you are making, black, white, Chinese, or whatever.
Money that our money. Yeah.
This is all our money. And then they have us fighting fake wars against each other that don't exist when our enemy is the big banks and big corporations. What you gonna say, baby?
But I'm saying that we gotta fight for money that we work for.
Yeah,
we work, slave for it.
And then the rest of us is fighting. Then when the rest is left on the table, we fighting against racist people because they're being robbed too.
So it ain't like they giving us nothing.
They're not giving us nothing.
They ain't giving us nothing because we work for that.
How many Americans are in America? They passed the stimulus bill. Somebody saying that they passed the stimulus bill for 2000. Voila, if they did. Thank you, Ethnic Radio Archives and Reels. Somebody said they passed it, but the thing about it is that's still our money. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I think it's in my hashtag. The old stimulus. If y'all never got your stimulus, and some of your men out there that even if you think you owe child support, apply for it. It's called, you have to, in the new tax thing, it's called the stimulus recovery credit. That's how you can get your old stimulus if you never got it. So I figured that all y'all men out there that think that you owe child support, you just don't knock it till you try it. Look for it. I think I looked it up and I put it in a hashtag. It's the stimulus recovery credit. Is a recovery credit, and that's how they're going to give the rest of the credit money, the stimulus money from the last time they robbed us, back. But I want y'all to see how much money. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you all you people that support me. I really appreciate you. I know I ain't been here in a while and y'all are showing up, so I really appreciate you. Bear with me during these couple of weeks, and then I'm gonna have my spot. Then I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna do some more filming since like I said, my channel monetized now and all that other stuff. So I want to utilize it. I don't have the money for films to come see me and take my ideas. So I'm gonna bring my ideas to the YouTube channel. And like I said, the stimulus robbed us twice. This is black, white, whatever. Y'all should all be mad. We should all get tired of playing this. We should all get tired of American people. I got my petty bag. I got it. I'm sorry, Billy. Yes, open your mouth. You are being robbed. Becky, Karen with the telephone. You are being robbed. We're all being robbed together. We're all being robbed together. So whether you like black people or not, understand our American government. Jermaine Hendricks said the stimulus bill of 2000 is only proposal to be presented to the Senate. It has not passed yet. That's what they plan. They want us to keep playing this because they don't want us to know that even which way. Look at how we're doing right now. We're all going back and forth for some little ass money that me and you worked for, because we didn't have taxes before. We need to go back to before they made Fort Knox and made all the Americans turn their money into the central bank. All of us in America is being played black, white, and then the foreigners that come over here, they get these positions because all our money is being sent back to foreign countries. That's why you're made to love foreigners. That's why you're made, and it's no problem. But at the end of the day, the Americans in America can't even get a break. They sending through 505 billion is going, 5 million is going to Central American countries. This is COVID relief. Not trying to be funny, but American people, whether you are a Confederate person and you marching, you the Proud Boy, you feel like America has taken something from you. Now, black people, we know, melanated people, we know we've been taken from. We march, we Black Lives Matter, we marching. But in the midst of America, all of us have to get up and go back to work, whether we own businesses or working for a corporation. And it's not right that all of the money that we're making in America, we have no choice of how it's being spent. Then they leave us to argue with each other because they make sure that we do not know government. They make sure we're too busy arguing with each other to where we cannot trace back the funds. If we trace back the funds, we'll know who's robbing everybody. And I'm not trying to be funny, but Billy and Becky, they're going to look like y'all. That's why they make sure that we cannot say this, and they make sure that they keep us ignorant to racism because they don't want you to know who's benefiting off of racism. And the people who's benefiting off of racism and classism and stuff is not sitting in America. That's why Trump and his family, they came over here. All the immigrants come over here, and they get the American dream that we and our forefathers sweat and build. Whether you was a slave or the slave master, let's talk American. You know what I'm saying? So whether you the slave or the slave master, all our money is going to another country. And they got us arguing with each other, and they got us not knowing history so that you won't know that the beast that the money is going to is the originator of the slaves. We need to empower each other. We're more than conquerors. We're more than this. We need to stop arguing and basically being played. Let me tell you, it's ridiculous that we got 30-something million, 100-something million going to Egypt. All this stuff is going to foreign aid. Did they come over here in America and work? Did they vote? They ain't even got to vote and they get our money, and we got to argue with each other. Our veterans go over here and fight the same war. They sending like 60 million of it is going to make some more war machines, more war planes and stuff, guns. Look at what the American, they don't care. America, the government, Mitch McConnell and all them that's sitting up there, they don't care about me and you. They don't care if you black, white, China. They only care if you're Chinese, so that the people who are foreign that work here, they send their money to their country so that they can build up their country. And then they get stimulus package. Then it helps the corporations that's doing business. Because me and you, we can barely open up a business on our block and do business with each other. Black people and white people and Mexicans that's here in America, we black people and white people have never even got the chance to do business with each other, minus the racist people who burned it down. Now, when I say this white people, I'm talking about the non-racist ones that they say they're not. I'm going to give y'all a break tonight. Because what we're going to have to understand is that the racists that own the central banks are going around doing whatever they want with me and your money. And they make sure we spend more time arguing about our status here in America than arguing about why the fuck is our money going to another country. And I'm not trying to be funny. American people, whether you black or white, we fought wars together and against each other on this American soil. Why is other countries benefiting off of us? Why do we have to argue whether me or you should get $600 or $2,000 when it's not a given that Israel because we play into this religion thing that they got. Israel, Egypt, the places that the banks go and put their investments in, the oil fields, different stuff. We can't even argue. It's like this. Whether we like it or not, black and white, racist and non-racist, we all a fucked up family right here in America. We can't even argue and fight with each other. We arguing and fighting here. Billy and Becky in the Senate and the thing over there sitting all our money over there to their people, because most of the people sitting in these seats are foreigners. So their countries are being built because they don't care at one day, just like at the time when America didn't need slaves anymore. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Beat Zilla. They better hire McConnell overnight before the Senate votes. I'm trying to let y'all know, because peace and blessings. They got us all arguing and fighting. It's war. We got to understand every day we're on a chess game. So we're playing chess over here, checkers over here, Monopoly over there. Everybody in America is. No matter what position you are in America. But we have never been able to right the wrongs between the racism and the non-racism, because the powers that be that benefit off of everything could give a damn if America go down in flames, because they're busy allowing China to build up the power and all these other countries whose dollars is almost as worth as much as American dollars. See, the thing about the power in America is that our dollars used to be worth more than everything. It's not going to be anything if China can make the same amount of money in their country. But yet we allow our country, and Trump was right about a lot. Giving jobs out there, these corporations got big and fat overnight because they were allowed to ship their foreign jobs in other countries and let them other countries work instead of giving American people a rightful pay in dollar for building these businesses. Now the corporations are so fat and full, they all lazy, laying all over us, that we ain't got no choice but to do business with them. Now you can't even go to a light company because now they done got in politics where they make sure that you will get arrested if you go off the grid. Now you can't even harness your own rainwater in certain states or your own electricity. Now everything is at the electric company. Now you can't even get your own groceries because now you got to go to Walmart, all these big chains. They have been playing chess with us while we're arguing about racism and classism. We got to understand that. Because I have been thinking so much, how can we really get out of racism in America as Black people? How can we really get out of this? That's why the people, the powers that be, the corporations, when they want something done, they band together and pass it. They got together and they passed this BS vaccine. They pass laws when they get ready to. Let me read some of your comments. Brandon Cruz is saying they know they're stealing our money and giving it away for their own self-interest. That's why when we investigate who's doing what, they throw curveballs. And that's why racism is the major curveball. Because they don't want the land where they steal everything at to be empowered to where they have to actually pay for their goods. And then these corporations won't be as rich as they claim to be. You cannot say you're doing competition when you're blocking out the opponents. That's just like the skaters, the ice skaters. Remember when she was gonna I forgot her name, but she cut her she hired somebody to cut her opponent's ankles. That's what they do to us.
She done.
No, she hired somebody.
She went and she hit her with that thing.
Yeah, but I thought she hired somebody to hit her because they was both skating that night. She hired them. But either which way, she was doing damage so that she can cripple her opponent. How can we sit up here and compare ourselves to these corporations in America who have not ever had any competition? They have just had privilege and leadways by what? Turning American people against American people. if we don't stop with the racism and the classism and understand and give power to truth, we'll always be slaves to the big banks. Our money is not being you know how, like they say, the Asian community money circulates 12 or 13 times. The white people, then the Asian, and this and that. How is that? Because the powers that be allows it. They allowed China to get rich because they needed to get cheap goods. They didn't want the intellectual black people to benefit off their intellectual property, but China and all these other people do, and they in big competition. China and Egypt and Israel, all of these people, that it benefits America, not the American people. America, we fought wars together. It's like I was going to say before, it's like we're brothers and sisters, you know, brothers and sisters. I'm looking at city. I don't know what y'all say. You know how brothers and sisters fight and fuss, but at the end of the day, they're still of the same blood. The difference with America is that we're the spotlight. If you really look at the map, we're on the tip of something. We're this big, and we're feeding billions of. We're the American people are pumping out billions and trillions of dollars that are being misused by our government because we allow America to keep their racist eyes up, and racism is not good for America. America has some of the most blessed people, but because of the racism, America will allow our people, these film people, to go out there and get wannabe black people to play black roles. When that money can go to the black people here, build up the ghettos that we consider the ghettos. America allows racism to flow through corporations, leaving out a whole class of people just so they can get the little money from our death, from courts, to provide jobs to a whole bunch of racist Proud Boys in the police uniforms. Understand, America could be better off and more prosperous, and the real America that is supposed to stand for freedom and all that, if they would get rid of racism and classism. But what we have to do is understand, shalom, is understand what's going on, black and white. Why do you white Billy, I'm gonna ask you, if y'all in here, because y'all waiting for me to say the wrong thing so that you can go and report the channel, because it's like they love to bother blacks, and then somehow they think that black people is the problem in America, when America, the big greed corporations, the Vatican is sitting on treasures that they would never spend. It should be a cap on these corporations making money. They got money they will never spend, and then they got veterans that's sleeping in the street that done gave their life to fight these wars with these machines. They spending our money, people, black, white, whatever, and it's not right. They spending the money and blaming us, and then they gotta find a blame, and then you got angry, uneducated white people running around blaming everybody but their grandparents and great-grandparents and the people that's sitting in office. What is the problem with giving American people $2,000, but it's no problem with you shipping off billions of dollars to a country who ain't helped build America? Whether you was a slave or the slave master, we built this bitch together. Whether your grandparents was a slave and a slave master, let us work out our own problems. Let the money pass between us. Black and white people ain't never been able to do business among each other in America and pay each other the right way, because America's true racism has set the standard to rob each other. That's right. Pay off debts. What debts? Why is America in debt? People, answer me that question. Why is America in debt? White people, unless you are in a corporation, unless you know about foreign affairs and stuff, if me and you go to work every day and we paying our light bill and stuff, why the fuck, why are we in debt? Why do they keep saying we and none of us are spending it, and we're in the street fighting with each other, blaming whoever the blame is on? The white people blame us for the ghettos. We blame the white people for not putting in the right white people in office and writing the right laws to free us. You get the Monopoly game. 1 minute we playing Monopoly, the next minute we playing checkers, and the whole thing is being played on a major chessboard. and it benefits the central banks. And we need to go back to when America was built. Where does our money go? We did not have a internal revenue. We didn't need one. You got to remember, we got to go back when Nixon made everybody turn in their gold and put it in Fort Knox. That's because America has did nothing but learn. It's not no capital. Capitalize means, yes, you can capitalize, but this is flat out and out robbery and neglect. America is like a bad parent, and somebody needs to call fucking DHR on her. They don't take care of their citizens. They let their kids starve. They let us get raped and killed. They not breaking up fights. They not giving good don't it sound like a bad parent? Don't it sound like a bad parent? America ain't nothing to be proud of. That's right, unfit. America is unfit to be called a leader of the free world. Unfit. Let's see. How can you give billions to another country without that same amount of money can end poverty in America? We can have businesses with each other. Foreign countries can choose who they want to come and have business with. But because the greed of the American white man or the foreign white man, the greed keeps them funneling money back to the banks. All this money that they claim they got to bail us out. How you got to bail out because of rent? Well, who owns the banks? Because that company got a loan from the central bank. They saying we owe that company because that company owned that, but everybody owes the central bank. White people, Billy, Becky, Susan, Bob, black people, melanated, foreigners. All the money is going back to the same people. Inflation is the same banks. And even if you make a bank, all the central money, the world banks is the same world bank. Until we make some changes. They get over on us with this bull BS inflation. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. This makes no sense. Let's see where else your money going. Y'all working hard, and then they telling you, then they keep warning you, your Social Security might be gone, but yet they sending billions of dollars to another country. That country it's sad. Friday Bentley said it is sad all around the digital community that America is the laughing stock now. America is sold out. It been sold out. It just done got caught up. America done got caught up on its lies. It's a system of white criminality. You so right, Jermaine Hendricks. That's all it is, and we need to call. But yet, that's why they don't want you to call it out. That's why I have to have my puppets, because I cannot say salty and I cannot say cracker and add it to the race of a person. But yet, we can let them call us niggers all day, and you make money off of the word in the song. America is a bad parent. America allows it because they need racism to thrive so that we won't stick together. And the same energy that black people use to fight against racism could be used to be building America and building relationships with our white brothers and sisters. Because we all people, no matter how much they make us mad. But they didn't never want white America to have a respect for the black people and the things that black people have done. So Karen, you being played. They want you to keep calling with the telephone. They need you, Karen, to be racist so that police can have a reason to have a job. Because without crime, you don't need that many police officers. So what would a person do? What would make a person who would never commit a crime in their life commit a crime? Hunger. Poverty. Poverty creates crime. LeVar Price said, and they got the nerve to call us lazy. And we Americans work more than a lot of different countries on average. Thank you. Most Americans are working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs. That's why That's right. Let me argue with my white racists. Let me argue with Karen and Becky and Billy here. Billy and Becky wouldn't be worried so much if it wasn't for the white central banks trying to make sure Billy and Becky, without the education, have a job. You know, most of them become the police officers. Let me get the petty bag. You know, the pigs, after they be bullied, they have to have a place in life, because after the while, you know, the race in general has not contributed intellectual property to the world. We have. So they have to keep us, and they keep Billy and Becky as the slave master to keep us low, so that when we do have an intellectual idea, we have to sell it off just so that we can live in this society. And that needs to come down. We should be able to, they never wanted Billy and Becky to respect the kings and queens of this world. They didn't want us to have money so we can go. Someone said, take a look at my last post, Queen. Brandon said that. Hold on. He said, how the hell they bailing people out and screaming and screaming businesses are struggling when they've literally given money away. So next time the business struggling, they let their ass collapse. They not going to collapse. You want to know why, Brandon? Want to know why? Because they just got $2 trillion the first time and gave an excuse of why they couldn't give us no money. Then they turned around again and gave them some more money. All of these is businesses. They got, like I told my husband, go out your door, white and black. Look at your businesses being remodeled. Look at Winn-Dixie being remodeled. But yeah, black people, we've been living in the same raggedy building since umpteen time, selling the same food. But yet these businesses wasn't even that bad. But yet they got millions of dollars so they can set up like vultures, waiting for every American to come put their money back into these $1 million businesses after they done robbed every American. They ain't set up nothing for no new schools, not in our neighborhoods. They ain't sent no new books. That all that money, the light bill places could be paid, but yet they set it up like it's a business. Some stuff should be resources for Americans, not businesses. We should either have a choice of solar panels and we pay for our materials, but we should not have to pay for our water and electricity, not here in America.
If they started up right, more of us black Americans will have business.
That's right. If they set it up right, we wouldn't be there. Everybody, we don't all got to go to McDonald's. If you had a different burger place in every state like it used to be, you will have a variety to go visit. But now everybody running McDonald's. We as American people have to crush these corporations. They got you feeling like you got to have all these corporations and all these jobs when the only thing they doing is raising the bills up. Rent, the same building, all of a sudden rent went from $700 a month to $2,000 or $3,000 a month, but it's the same small space. That is called that's not capitalism. That's robbery.
That's called pimping.
That's big pimping.
That's what that is. That's pimping.
That's just pimping. While in the same space, all of a sudden going to be more money because America just keeps raising prices. How long you going to keep raising prices? That's ridiculous. Yet everything gets raised, but your minimum wage, and y'all working like hell. All of us, black, white, whatever, working your ass off. Then then it's time for America to help you. These lazy ass parents we got, these unfit parents of America. The American government is unfit. They keep thinking that the same government people must be related to the police because the damn government keep making more warships, building all this shit for war because they swear they fear for their life, but you wouldn't fear for your life if you wasn't fucking with other people, getting us to sign up to go fuck with people in their country. Robbery and price gouging. You right. Then they tell you, oh, it's inflation. What the hell? Who the fuck is inflation? Excuse my language. Let me tell you where else your money going. So you can be mad with the right people. Be mad with the right people, white people. You should be mad with your uncles and your aunties and your grandparents. The same people sitting in office and government fearing for their life because you fuck with other countries is the same. Those are the smarter the other ones that sit in the government. The not so smart of their race becomes police officers and stuff, and they always fearing for their life. It seems like they tell you when you start putting statistics together, statistically, every time you turn around, white people fearing for their life. And look at the positions that they in. Yeah, so Brad, what the fuck is inflation? That's what I like to know. The bank.
Yeah, that's who control it.
The central banks.
Central banks.
Yes, at least know their time is almost up. Just think about it. They have basically used us like working ants. Everybody. Understand why did they start a war with the black countries? Because their countries were poor, nasty, they were eating, they were cannibalism. They paint these stories to you, but it's history. This is just for education. This is not to put nobody down. Their countries didn't have nothing. And you can, scientifically, they can't even grow half the shit they needed. So they had to come to our countries. Now, ever since they don't have all these hundreds of years head start, now we paying to go see our shit in France, Europe, all these European countries. Did you know up until 9/11, you didn't need a passport? You could just come in and out. Just like you don't need a passport to go to the Virgin Islands because it's U.S. territory. Black men, travel. If you got children, travel. You don't need a passport to go to the Hawaii.
Bahamas.
You don't need a passport to go to the Bahamas. I don't think the Bahamas is American territory. But we have to understand our government and use it to our advantage. You want to know what the Queen been working on?
What is it?
Puerto Rico. Yeah, Puerto Rico. You don't need a passport to go to these places. You don't need. Yes, right. We're being farmed. We're being farmed, and we're being farmed to produce more children, push them out. The black people are being farmed to produce criminals so that the other white people can have jobs. So those that don't make it, they can feel like something and be police officers. It's a game. It's a game. Because you wouldn't need all that if America would be a much beautiful and blissful and rich place had we not these racists running the government. That's why we all need to band together and get them out. And we need to stop putting hope in the great white man. Biden, all these white men that have always been president has did nothing for us. And the ones that did want to be equal, they made sure they assassinated them. Exactly. These are the people, are the descendants of slave masters, descendants of people who did evil shit. And they only see it in their way of life. They don't see it as a kumbaya. They make us go to these religious chapels, whether you Jehovah's Witness, Christian, Islamic, we all calling on these different gods, but ain't nan one of them answers you. It's time to start calling on the God in ourselves and that other God that's called common sense. It's given to everybody. It's time to start putting pride aside. It's time to start using common sense. Racists, even us black folks who think that we're going to separate completely and be away from white people. That's not going to happen, boo. But scientifically, white people are going to die out. That's the anger, because it's not natural to be on a planet that's fueled by the sun and it's activated by melanin. Everybody has to have melanin. So eventually mixing, there was no white people one time before, and it's going to go back to that. But what they're trying to leave is their mark of white supremacy. That's just a natural hatred.
And you know what? Extension level event.
Yeah, you know how sometimes, like women, we can be jealous, a natural jealousy. You know how women or men, you're a natural jealousy. You don't want nobody with your woman. So they have a natural jealousy, a natural hatred that their forefathers realized when Darwin was going around studying. Look at Darwin's theory. They talk about it all the time, but they put into their words of what the world is. So when you look at Darwin's theory, you will see that he realized that it was black and white people all over. We were kumbayaing people before racism. We were. But what happened is it was a race of people who were starving. Instead of taking help, that same spirit has been pushed for the past 400 years. Instead of taking help and helping each other like God intended it to be, and if your land was desolate, we bring our stuff to your land. Instead of, we had open borders. Let's talk about the time before racism. But these people didn't want it the natural God way. They had a natural hatred in their heart. And they took that natural hatred and they, instead of getting theirs out the dirt like the rest of us, instead of getting it out the dirt, instead of working for their means, they decided to enslave us and chain us, rape us, make us produce. We produce children to be their former and future slaves. And we have been producing slaves ever since. We are no longer slaves. We are a victim of a sadistic game called white. And I've been taught not to say supremacy no more because I believe in the law of attraction, and I'm gonna get more into that on my channel. But I have been taught by Mary. Y'all see my thing, Mary. Stop giving them power. Stop speaking their supremacy. It's black supremacy. This is a black planet. They don't like it. They can die out because they love their women, and everybody loves each other. You just have this handful of people who have spewed this racist ideology. And for our black people to think that we're going to create a government and separate and we won't see white people, that's just not the case. You know, if we're going to look at somehow to overcome this ratchet racist system of racism, we have to think really, we have to think, like the ancestors say, you got to think. The Secret. Yes, that's what we watch. I was already believing you. I'm here before you because of the law of attraction. The Secret. I wrote on my car was stranded. I was stranded. Things wasn't going good, but I still took a paper and I wrote, I'm gonna speak to many people. I'm gonna change many lives. I told the ancestors if I had a platform, then I won't be ashamed to speak no more. Because I was always the kid that had the imaginary friends when I was little, not knowing it was the ancestors speaking to me. But like I said, that'll be more into my channel. But the law of attraction, we got to start speaking power back into each other. That's why we call each other gods, kings and queens. Oh, that's why I got my crown. Y'all see that? I'm gonna have me a line. I'm working on some stuff behind scenes. Why? Because I'm not waiting for them to give me my damn crown back. Let them have that shit that they stole. We are great people. It's in our DNA. We recreate. We just need to have our own nation inside a nation. That's what I'm working on, a micronation. If you don't know what it is, look it up, and don't nobody else decide to make one, because we need to stop separating when one person have an idea and stick on one bandwagon. A micronation. We have to have a nation within a nation. A micronation. There's over 150 active micronations. It's when people get tired of their nation, they start forming a nation within. Thank you. I decided to order me a crown. Don't wait for them to crown you. I feel like as Black people, we constantly wait for them to say it's okay. We wait. White people, you're waiting for your people to say it's okay to not be racist. If you're on here, you're not racist. You ain't got to yell Black Lives Matter, but understand what it is. All Black people, we ain't got to get along, but understand we're all on the same fight.
We all in the same game.
That's right. Melanated supremacy. Black power. We're going to speak power on this channel from now on. We're going to talk about the things, but we're going to speak words of empowerment. If y'all know any words, drop them in the comments. We got to start speaking power into each other. White people, no more racism. We only have to say this because it's in history. I can pull up every book for history of America the past 400 years, and you will see history about white people while you die out ours. That's right. When we know better, we do better. I can thank my sister, Queen Mary, because me and her was like, I was like, no, we got to talk about what happened, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, no. And I always spoke the power. I thought I used my words carefully, but sometimes that's what we hear. We got to learn every day. Love, yes, right. Love and support each other. BlackWill rise. Love and support each other. Kathy B. That's right. Peace. Positive energy always creates elevation. Thank you for that. That's right. We ain't doing nothing but positive energy in the house, because we're going to create a nation within a nation. And I'm working on that. And y'all, like I say, somebody, Kathy, y'all type that in, micronation. Look up micronation. I figured that, what are we doing different? What have all the leaders that died before us? I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking I listen to the ancestors. What we can't keep going this route. And we cannot think that we don't need white allies. I know a lot of us are so mad because they say we can't trust white people, but hell, right now at the rate we going, we can't even trust black people. So let's just speak the truth. But we're gonna have to do something, and that's the next option is a micronation is that I'm working on. You got to write the UN, and y'all push straight no chaser with the Queen. If y'all want to be part of it, building this, I'm gonna like I said, I'm moving, but I already got some paperwork wrote up. Email me straight no chaser with the Queen, STR8 with the Queen at gmail.com. If y'all want to be part of this, because a nation is within a nation we can build. They might take us as a joke at first, because I noticed that black people, we need to be connected to something. That's why they move us so much. When we connected to LBGT to feel like something. They take parts of us to connect us to something. That's how they keep us separated. But we still don't have a nation. So I thought about it. What have we do? Yes, we're gonna move to Africa. Do y'all know Akon, he's building the Wakanda. The land starts in 2020. And it's supposed to be a refuge for African diaspora. And we need a nation in here. So email me. If y'all down, email me, because I'm going to send out the meeting. And I'm going to go on Fly Nubian Queen to talk about it too. Because we got to start a government. You got to look it up. Micronation or macronation. Google it, YouTube it, and understand what I'm going to be doing. And it's not about this, because we need a government within ourselves. We need to be part of something. So no matter if you're NFAC, no matter if you're Muslim, no matter if you're Hebrew, no matter if you're Moor, what this micronation is going to be is a logical micronation until we can get the land. And like I said, there's a lot into it. You got to write the UN. You got to have a population. You got to, it's a little bit there. So I figured, well, how can we all understand, no matter how different we are as black people come together, whether you're Christian, whether you're Islamic, what we see, if when we was in Africa, we all was in different tribes. So we have to realize we're all different tribes. No matter if you're Michi X with her followers, Dr. Watkins with his, Amadeus Shakur, Aaliyah Khadijah, Mary, me. I look at all of us, Tariq Nasheed. I look at all of us black people as that got followers, our own tribe. Y'all that follow me, some of y'all still follow everybody else. But each one of us that has a voice, that got followers, we are a different tribe. So how can we all come together with our differences and know we're still part of one thing? That's a nation. That's what we are not. If we come together as a nation and agree as a nation, as one nation, then we can come together a nation and go after our goods as a nation all over. Micronation building. Yes, I know some people, and I told my husband I'm going to put it out there because I I've been looking at this for about 2 years now, 3 years or more. I've been reading it, and at first I read it, and then I look at some white people take it as a joke, and some people build it, but I think it's a start. You can do a micronation if you want to start a new political party, a new micronation. And I got the name, and I'm going to announce it. Like I said, I don't want y'all, I tell y'all the truth, but I want y'all to know what I'm building. We don't need a whole bunch of different micronations of Black nations, because we want to have one micronation that we can build together. Just like we have the American, we'll have our Secretary of State, we'll have our president, we could set it up the way we need it. Micronation, a political entity who claims an independent nation or sovereign state. That's right. You don't have to do the Moor thing. You could still be a Moor and be part of this nation. So that's what I'm building. That's what I've been studying. I know a lot of people, I'm trying to keep my YouTube channel going up, but sometimes you got to read, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes before I know it, when I'm doing my stuff and moving, I'm reading, and the day go by and I be wanting to jump on here, but I kind of talk about stuff when I feel it in my spirit. I don't want to just be talking. I know a lot of people talk, but I want to make sure if I'm talking, I have some tangible, I have a solution. We're not going to sit here and complain about these people all the time and not do nothing about it. Thank you. Hey, Nikki. I told you I got me a crown. I ain't waiting for them to crown me. Y'all don't wait for them to do nothing for you. Don't wait for them to call. I named myself Straight No Chaser with the Queen, because we know we royalty. All of y'all are royalty. Y'all are royalty. You know this. You are the people of the sun. You know where every nation comes from us. Okay. Black said I sent you an email. Hell, that's right. I got my wine. You ain't gonna out-crown my damn self. That's what you got to do. Queens, you ain't got to wait for nobody to tell you, you know, queen. I don't care if you at your lowest or your lowest. I don't care if I'm at the lowest. Hell, I ain't got everything. I'm struggling. I'm doing this and that. But at the end of the day, I ain't even gonna say I'm struggling. I'm out of it. We speaking positivity. That's why I put my crown for faith. We gonna sit on our thrones one day. One day we are going to have a nation. So if we got to build this son of a bitch in the middle of this nation, then that's what we do. Then that way we can start taking all our votes and everything and concentrate it to one place. Then when they want our vote, you're not going to play us with no more sleepy Joe Biden and Trump and Bill Clinton playing us to the like a mouse, like, you know, the Pied Piper. That's what Clinton did to us. We want our own. Shalom. That's right. Crown yourself, goddesses and gods and goddesses. I'm trying to do a line. I wrote a poem that's going to go with it. Once I do it, once I start my little Shopify store to sell crowns and stuff, I wrote down something that the ancestors had told me to write when it come down with these crowns. But I have to wait till I get into a place, because you know I have to teach myself everything. I'm not smart. Like if you see me come up with a Shopify store, just know your queen been trying to study. That's what we got to do. I wish there was a lot that I knew years ago. And you out there, whatever you doing right now, whatever you desire to do it, study. If not anything, if you don't have nothing to study, let's study micronations together. So that way, when we come back and talk, we be on one accord and you'll understand that this is not far-fetched. They don't want to make us president. That's why I said a micronation. You don't want to make us president, goddamn it, we'll make ourselves president. Everything is digital now anyway. And then there's other micronations that we can be doing basically business with, so that we can get to the point where we can actually petition the UN and the American government to give us sovereignty for our own nation. But I'll go more into that with those who email me, so we can have our own. It won't be live. That way we can have our own Zoom or call meeting. Yes. One moment. I got to handle business at the same time. Hello. Doctor's appointment. But like I said, I know that's right. I know that LBGT and still be one. That's what I'm talking about. Don't let them separate you for what the hell you like. That's what I'm talking about. We got to stop being separate. They want to make the LGBT people like, oh, separate yourself so you can blend with them. Then that way you fight all the rights, the gay rights. And then on now you see all your money that all y'all done marched in the streets and stuff. But yet when it comes down to money, we see our money being shipped overseas and stuff that it don't benefit us. And then they tell you, oh, they put some in unemployment. They did this and that. Hell, every American shouldn't have to worry about unemployment. Thank you. Thank you, BlackWill Rise. Every American shouldn't have to worry about unemployment. You know, like I said, I don't just get in here and talk. I do have a plan. I have a vision. I'm a visionary. Like my husband, don't I tell you, baby, when people listen to me, I say I'm a good luck charm. Yeah. I don't lead you wrong. I don't lead you wrong. And I see this vision. I think that's why I was here, because when we are YouTubers and we come out here, I kind of didn't know if people were going to listen to me. And then I started getting more likes on my videos. And I figured like, hey, people listen to me. You got to be serious. And I had to buckle down. Ancestors, you really got to show me what is the solution for our people? We're dying in the streets every day. Then that way we got NFAC and all these other militant groups can be our armies. We need people that know government so we can write up our own constitution. We need a drawer so we can write our own flag. I actually got it down. Matter of fact, here you see this. Y'all see, I ain't lying. Let me give you some stuff. The name of the nation is going to be even. 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 Ebony Varieties Evolving Now. The reason why I called it that is because I know a lot of us don't like to be called black. Most people don't want to be melanin. We ain't more. So I figure ebony is a safe word. And ebony means everybody of melanated status. Because if you join this nation, you're joining with the mentality is that you need what we need as black people. There's types of micronations as historical, social, political, or economic stimulations. So we're gonna fall into these categories until we can get some. Thank you, Pratty Bentley. Yes, you did. Started from the beginning, and I see your feel your growth. You have a gift to reach people, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate y'all, because it's scary when you have a gift and you're like, okay, let me go out here and see, like, you know, do I really, you know, like I told the ancestors, if I'll speak it, you just bring the people, and y'all been coming because I speak it from the heart. Now we're gonna do a model for utopia, but yes, I want the nation to be called even. It's time that everything is even. We have been a people, white, black, whatever, unbalanced so much. And another thing that I was saying about it is that we cannot think that we're going to separate for some people, because some black people are tied in with white people and they have blended their families. So we really have to think when we're talking about love you too. Yeah, we was here first. That's right. We was here first, but you know, sometimes you got to understand, we got to take our wounds, we got to regather on this chessboard. Okay, what can we do? Everything is logical. Micronations are logical unless we have land. So we're going to logically get our shit together, because where the mind go, the body goes.
And the thing about what you were just saying, like some of us black people, you know, they got white, but eventually, if they keep their bloodline, the white, they're gonna
die out. They're gonna be. That's right. That's right. And they're gonna be black anyway. And some white people are not scared of that. That's the white people that say white power, proud. Those are the people that are scared of science. We didn't do that. We didn't make you. That's genes. That's why they keep saying power. But let me show you about this micronation. Like I said, even ebony varieties evolving now. We need to evolve past all of this. I got the website being made, and I've been doing some work in this. Y'all have to understand I'm doing this by myself. So my husband will tell you I got a book here. I got books here. I'm on YouTube and stuff, you know, but I figured it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. What we gotta do, like this, you're gonna see it. This is going to be for one day to hope to achieve true independence that was never truly granted to us the real foundational Black people and everybody else, and melanated people abroad whose lives and history was negatively affected by racism. That's the whole point of the nation. We're a peaceful nation. We can write the UN. So I'm getting the paperwork together. Like I said, it's a lot tedious, but I've been trying to study it for a couple of years. This is some of the stuff we got to do. Finding citizens, which that's why I'm telling y'all to email me. Citizens become ambassadors. We'll claim territory, and we'll talk about that in the private meetings. You either have your territory or you claim territory. And you know how our enemies got this. We got to create industries. We're going to construct a government. I'm thinking, and we're going to establish an economy, and we're going to enter into foreign relationships. So there's other micronations that we can write to. With this, thank you. That's right, even. I thought of that, baby. How long have I had that? I was thinking of nonprofits. I'm telling you, I've been by myself trying to work, and I thought of that name, and I started the website. And I gotta go back and do it so nobody don't steal it. But I had came up with so many names, and then even just came, and I was like, what is it that I can say without Black people being offended? I call it Black, so we can get past. I'm trying to do stuff we can get past the normal arguments. I ain't Black, I ain't melanin, I'm a Moor, I'm a Hebrew light. You don't know all that boo ain't help none of us. We need to bring your Hebrew light, bring whatever you is to the nation of even. You welcome. You see what I'm saying? Because the only way that this government of America is going to take us serious until we logically take ourselves serious. And this is something that we can do. And like I said, I want y'all to do your homework. Look up micronations. HBO did a series of a show about it. And all the micronations, they have a convention every year. It's a lot that go on behind us, but it's white people who is a mostly predominant. I think it was one white micronation. The rest was just about white. They was tired of their government. Some of them are dictator nations and stuff, but HBO did a special 3 or 4 years ago. So if you YouTube it, you'll see some of the stuff. But we gotta be when we do this, we gotta define ourselves as a state. In order to be a state, we have to have a defined territory. That's right, a government, a permanent population, and foreign relations. Yeah, that's the government. The government is going to be the flag, the Constitution, and our laws and stuff. And that's what me and you are going to write. That's what I have some other people that I've been working that's right. Stop with the religion. Just be on one accord. That's right. But if they want to bring their religion, bring it. Just know, just like LBGT, Black people, bring it. Bring it. We have to get to the point where we get it. And then I got some good stuff for y'all. The plan, I've wrote it down. I know, like when I was writing this plan, people probably, when I told people, they think I'm crazy because people like, you can't have a nation. Yes. Let me tell you, look up the Montevideo Convention of 1933. It allows you to, if you don't want to be with your government, it was like our government wrote so many treaties. And that's right, Happy Kwanzaa Day. That'll be our holiday, because in our government, this is how we can get over with feeding these American corporations. We have holidays that we create. See, we have to have a way to take back over the psychological control of our people. So if our people is part of something, they usually follow it. If you're a Muslim, you're going to follow the Muslim rules. If you're a Christian, you usually follow Christian, Jehovah's Witness. So if you're a nation like America, you're going to kind of follow nation rules. So we have to get serious. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. Chai Ladia, Notre Dame and the Vatican is a nation in a nation. Thank you. People don't understand the Vatican is only like 4 city blocks long, and they are a nation, and they hold they one of the rich nations. They're a micronation. They hold the treasure, and then when we get, it's gonna take some time, but when we get our shit together, then once we get over the kinks, I know it might take a year or two, then we can present ourselves to say we want sovereignty as a nation and we want land. Oh, we got a plan. And the only thing, you know where I found it from? White people. I got, if y'all in, you got to email me so that when we start our meetings, somebody, I'm looking for it. Somebody put my email in there. Straight no chaser with the queen. Here you go. I've got it. Kathy put it in there. That's right. Thank y'all for just being with me and stuff, because I'm telling you, it's going, because anytime you start something new, just like when I started my business and stuff, I knew it was going to be a struggle. This is going to be a struggle. I know just getting people to understand what a micronation is and how to get past it is going to be the struggle itself. Then those that reach out, we're going to be those that reach out first. We're going to be the first of these. Then we'll get more, and it's going to take you. I don't know everything. It's y'all that's going to sign up. It's going to take us doing homework. You know, that's right. Our own police reform, malls, university. Yes, love. You are so right. Because if we can get people in micronation to join, then your land becomes part of the micronation. And if with your land, we can build lemon trees, then boom, we can start infiltrating the lemon industry. You get what I'm saying? On your land, like if Kathy got land, Kathy, let's start growing cucumbers in your land. That's one less produce. We ain't got to buy out their stores. You get what I'm saying? In order to eat the cookie, you got to take it bite by bite. In order to get out this beast's head, we're going to have to wiggle a little bit, because we can't fight them. Then I'm hoping we start now, within 4 years, when it's time for election, they're going to be worried, not about if we're going to be voting Democrat. They're going to be worried what the fuck even is going to be voting for, because it's going to be ebony varieties. Damn, you got 70 acres in Texas for real? We're gonna get this together legally, and we're not leaving nobody behind. We're gonna build us a nation within a nation. That's why I said I need y'all to look at these videos, look at the nation, look at micronations. Micronations become sovereign states, you know, or countries. So we got to go through a process to get there, you know. And like I said, it's a lot that we could do. Hey, Monique. Excuse me. Hey, fam. Hey, Monique. Okay, email me. This is the email. I'm getting a group of people that want to do it, because I said I was going to do a special about it. Then I was like, because like I know that my channel is monetized now, and we can have a private group and whatever. But I'll let y'all decide once we start meeting how we do it. But yes, the micronation. What else we need? What we're gonna do is when we get together, we're gonna write the other micronations, because basically you kind of start doing business with other micronations so you can know it. There's a lot of micronations. One guy, you could claim land that's not habited yet. A lot of people used to claim Alaska and stuff, but now you see it's melting. So don't never think that we can't claim land that to them is inhabitable. The earth is alive. It moves, it breathes, it leaves, it changes all the time. We need to start claiming. We need to look at the map. I think it's a strip. I think somebody just claimed it for their micronation, but there's a strip of land somewhere in Africa that ain't nobody claimed. I think we got the ocean floors. If we ever can get the money to build artificial islands, we can claim oceans that's not part of international governments and stuff. There's a lot. See, they don't teach us this. They don't teach us that. So, hey, faithful child. Hey, peace, people. Y'all watch the replay. We're talking. I'm going to talk more on this. Like I said, we don't have to, all this money that we're kicking out, our government is sending billions all over the place, but that's our money that me and you are working for. Me and you are working for all of this. And that somebody said, I love it. That's amazing work and intel you received so far, Queen. That melanin popping with that intellect. Thank you. Because I feel like if I'm gonna bring you something and stuff, thank you, Private Bentley, Wiki, how to start a micronation. Because I want us all to be part. We're gonna be the ones that started. All y'all that follow me, you want to be part of something, we're gonna make some changes. They said okay, you sent me a test email. Okay. I see Kathy. I see BlackWill rise. Try it again. Unless it's in my I'll look through with my. I'll look through what is it called? What is it called? The spam. If you sent it from a business, and then we'll get to know each other more. And I'm hoping, we got to make a change. That way, I figured we ain't got land to actually take our people to. But if we build them right, we got a place, we got a hope, we got a chance to get land. This is a chance. I think that, to tell you the truth, I think this is what Malcolm X and all them was going to talk about. But I think Malcolm X and all them was going to talk about, being a different nation. But the powers that be don't want us to have no peace. But because we don't like our nation, we're being killed, we're being slaughtered. I think we got a good letter for the UN to recognize us. So if it's enough of us, or we get this paperwork together, we all gonna write UN. And like I said, we got to come up with a constitution. We got to come up with a structured government. We can use the American government. We just change it and rewrite all the stuff that left us out. We're already in a shadow government. We're already kicked to the curb. We're already in an underclass government. We're just not labeled. Right now, we're labeled ghetto. Right now, we're labeled the underclass. Right now, we're not nothing. Let's give ourselves a label and tell them we are something. Everybody pick up your crowns. I don't care how dirty your face is. I don't care how hungry and rumbling your belly is. You're still a king and you're a queen. You're just misfortune at the time. We're going to claim these thrones back. That way, when we get people to logically migrate to our micronation, I got you, Pride Bentley. Okay, you working on a site for us, by us, that will working on a site for us. But okay, yes, we need all of us. That's what I want us all to see. That if we do this micronation, that means a nation is everybody. A community is the community of different people. A nation is everything and everybody, every religion, everything, whatever you are. So we need to do something so that we can be prepared for these next 4 years, because this was an insult. And I think this election woke everybody else up. They sat back and let racist people harass us. I know y'all seen the Proud Boys burning the Black Lives Matter flags and stuff. They let American racist people destroy America. Black people go to work just as hard. Black people deserve a lot of positions and promotions that's given away to white people just because of their skin color. And we know we deal with that. They know what they do. Go to a corporation. Go to a corporation right now. Pull up your web. If any of y'all work, who's the CEO? What color is your CEO? I'm not saying it ain't a black person out there, but statistics say we ain't even got 3% of the businesses. All 99% is out there. That way we can start making our own burger places. We got to stop wanting these corporations. Give our small black businesses a chance to make it. It's enough money where everybody will be rich. They tell you it's just that we're giving money to corporations that's being greedy and sitting on it. Each one of us can have different gyms, movie theaters. There's a diversity in America. We don't get to enjoy it with each other because we're all being robbed and played. So it's time how is this government going to go? The American government is going to go. But we're not going to be sitting here being sitting ducks. We're going to write up our policy. We do not owe these trillions of dollars that they owe to these other countries. Let's pull our work and our resources and our lands together. Let's start producing stuff that we don't have to buy in their stores. When we start buying it among each other, that will take money out the corporation hands. Repeat email. Hold on one second. I'm going to put it up there. Okay. And here, BlackWill got it. Straight no chaser with the queen right here. Straight no chaser with the queen at gmail.com. Okay. Like I said, America, black, white, whatever, We all getting robbed. It's an insult to think that a person who makes $70,000 a year needs the same $100 that a person who makes 10,000 or 20,000 a year needs. They just don't care. They just like, they're giving their buddies and their pals all the money, and then they throwing it at us like, here, shut up, you dumb Americans. Because the people who run the government interest is in other countries and in on their families. Even these immigrants that come in, that you're melanated, you come in, but yet you're sending money back to your other country. Y'all ain't fought on y'all land to free yourselves from y'all government, but you come over here and benefit off of us. That's black, white, and whatever. We got our own family problems over here. Why the hell is all our money going over there to y'all? Fight like we had to. Fight against your government. Fight for laws and rules. Get slaughtered in the street like us. I reached out to you before you did. I'm so sorry. You know what? Sometimes I might not have did. Please reach out to me again. I wouldn't ignore anybody. And plus, like I said, I'm the videographer, the historian, the researcher. I'm trying to do everything. Okay. I'm so sorry if you did. And I know somebody named, because sometimes, when I put it out here, you got those that, you got Billy and Becky. They ain't got nothing else to do because they rich and lazy, but to bother people like me and you who trying to make a living and trying to have a peaceful life for our children and their mixed grandchildren. And they don't like that. So Element, okay. I am so sorry again. Like if I didn't, I will look through, but send me another email, y'all. And I'm glad. Thank you, Beatzilla. I see you. We're gonna get together and we're gonna talk about this micronation. We'll get this Zoom. We're gonna talk about it. And like I said, I'm gonna tell you what you can be doing and researching. Like I said, I'm moving, baby. We gotta move this week. I hate moving. God, I hate it. We're moving 2 houses, and me and my daughter have to move in together until her house is done. So my grandkids is gonna be there. Yes. The pyramid, we're not going to do the pyramid. We're going to do something else. We're going to do something where we get some power so we can get some voting power, so we can get some chair power, so we can get some law power. You know what I'm saying? With the micronation, if enough of us, I'm hoping that all of us black people would just denounce America and join our micronation so that America will be looking like what it is. Leave the races in America among the races in America. The rest of us, black, white, Chinese, whatever, can do business with each other. Let's start separating the wheat from the terry. Like I said, the nation is going to be called even. Ebony varieties evolving now. We're going to evolving from all of this racism. We're going to evolve from this unbalanced, unjust government. Let me see what someone said. In 2017, it was only 120,000 black-owned businesses. Then in 2019, it went to 2 million black-owned businesses. Now COVID hit. That wasn't by chance, my people. They see us waking up. Yes. Say that again. And think about it. COVID hit and they keep telling you all these black businesses shut down, right? Then all the stimulus money went to all these corporations that's already rich. All these corporations got more money and they got more money twice from everybody. Black, white, whatever. Unless you are owner of a corporation. They got all this money and then they sitting back with their pretty stores while we're starving, fighting with each other, and they're just sitting back waiting for us to finish working to come spend more money to put it back in their pockets. This is not good for nobody in America. Racism and classism is not good for no American. We as Americans, whether we fight with each other, whether you was a slave or the slave master, I'm gonna tell you again, this is our land. We all shed blood. So why the hell is our money being shipped off without our say so first? It's time we get a nation within a nation of people who love us, a nation of people who we're going to appoint ourselves. I got a crown, don't I? Who going to tell me I'm not a queen? We don't know who our bloodline go back to. We know we royalty. We're not going to wait for these people to crown us and throne us. They took the land. Let's go digital. Let's make ourselves part of something that they won't have no choice but to recognize. There's 150 plus micronations out there. We're going to make this going to be the number one micronation, and we're going to come out as a nation. We're going to get our lands back. We're going to do business with each other. Akon, he's already over there in Senegal, building Wakanda. He said that's going to be like a nation for African diaspora. Maybe if we get big enough, we can get Africa to give us one of them states, so we can go to one of our African states, Ethiopia or somewhere that's dying out, that they're letting starve to death, where we can take our money and I didn't reply to see the damn thing, not even the denial letter. I don't know what, but like even our we get all our money. What you was going to say, baby?
I'm gonna say like you were saying, like Dr. Claude Anderson always say. They the Mayos, they do things to it because we let them, because they know we can't. They know they can't, because we ain't got no power. That's what we got to get. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, that starts with govern yourselves.
Yeah, we got to govern our own selves.
You got to have your resources.
That's right.
Your own resources, land, water. He also talk about that. It's gonna become time where, like, now.
Hold on, child. It's the bottom one, straight no chaser with the queen at gmail.com. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby.
And we gotta stop waiting on them to give us stuff. We gotta take what's ours.
That's right. We gotta get that. We gotta. But if we can get somebody, like, if maybe I'm a visionary, because if we start small, we can build. We got to start, like I say, let's take one thing at a time. I got remember your brother-in-law with K-Son. He gonna grow aloe on his land. I already got that set up. That's one plant. You know what I'm saying? It's millions of us. Like somebody just said, if each one of a million of us donate $1, we got $1 million. But we got to see it like that. But we got to have it to somewhere where we set up. We're gonna set up a legit thing, because if we gonna raise money, we need to be looking. I seen some abandoned towns, like I said before.
And that's another thing.
The abandoned towns, if we can get together, know we're going to buy this town and understand this money is coming here. There's going to be a future territory for our micronation. You know, we got to, like I said, y'all got to look up micronations. It's kind of tricky. Yes, aloe has many benefits. Crowdfunding, that's right. So we got to start small. We got to meet. Start talking about our nation, put the nation together. Then those that's in the nation, how can we boost it? Like if you got the land and we growing oranges off your land, you get so much proceeds. Everybody boosts and buy oranges from this landowner, and then part of that proceeds go back to the micronation. You see what I'm saying? So that we can get another black person. Maybe they got land and they need the seeds, and we grow strawberries off of this person's land. And then you know what I'm saying, we grow strawberries off of this person's land, then boom, we ain't got to buy strawberries here. Everybody concentrate. When you need a strawberry, you go there. We're gonna have to do stuff like that.
You gotta have commerce and industry.
Yes. She said email her. I gotta get a pen to write down your email address, child. Hold on. But yeah, we're gonna have to do stuff like that. I'm writing down your email address now.
Who is it?
Yeah, turn off the music. You can come in. You can just turn off the music. Yeah, we're gonna have to do stuff like that. We're gonna have to start little by little. But imagine what we can get accomplished if we work now. Okay, so we'll say should be up a meal by now. Got to start somewhere. You right? Yeah, we got to. Those that know stop, gotta learn stop. You know, we gotta have our stalkers. You know, we gotta build a government like they do. Those that know stop. Some of the money that we get from our stuff, we need to have people invested in the stock. That's how our nation make money. We ain't gonna be no broke nation. Have you heard of BA? Black Achievement Fund. I've heard of a Black Achievement Fund. But what we're gonna have to understand is that once we try to be a nation out this system, none of this system stuff is they're not gonna try to give us anything. We need to fight to get Haiti back. America rewrote Haiti's constitution in 1915. The original constitution of Haiti, written after the Haitian Revolution, prohibited all Europeans from stepping foot. You know what? Like I said, that's why it takes us all bringing together. Let's talk. Because when we start a micronation, what's stopping other nations from being a micronation? We want to be peaceful nations. We want places where our kids can grow. We want places where we can live without having white people coming and killing and attacking us and then standing back with blood on their hands and shooting us in our back, talking about they feel for their life. We have a government that don't care about us. So let's think as visionary. We don't know how far this is going to take, but what we got to start is that we're going to start with the paperwork first. Then we start how we going to have us people signing up, how the membership is going to be. So like I said, y'all do y'all study on micronations and we'll catch up. And then I'm going to go through, like I said, we'll probably do our micronation stuff because I still got to do some studying and moving. I got a long week. So I'll be back and forth. But next week after I get into place, then we'll start having our meetings. That'll give y'all enough time to study, write down anything, and then we go from there. So again, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Understand we got people.
Sound like a plan.
That's right. I'm gonna be on it. My husband know. So y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Melanated, original. Even you, Becky and Billy. Peace.